In the latest released evidence, Carmelo Anthony admitted his role in the crime, while he is also to be facing prison justice. New court materials include body camera footage, surveillance video, 911 calls, crime scene photos, and images of the knife and bloody clothing. The evidence was released after Anthony was convicted in the killing of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet in Texas. In one body camera clip, Anthony can reportedly be heard telling officers, "I did it." He also said, "He put his hands on me," as he appeared emotional while being detained. The comments have become a major part of the public discussion because they show both his admission and his claim that the fight started with physical contact. Reports say the stabbing happened after a confrontation under a team tent. Anthony's lawyers argued that he acted in self-defense. Prosecutors said the force used was not justified, and the jury rejected the self-defense claim. Anthony was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to 35 years in prison. His family and legal team have said they plan to appeal. At the same time, separate online claims say Anthony filed a complaint about alleged sexual harassment behind bars.
That looks like...
Sexual harassment behind bars already? So let me start by saying this. I have the video, and you know what? Let's go straight to the video. We're going to go straight to the video of Carmelo Anthony right here, and then we'll just get to it. So, because I don't even want to be on here for too long. Okay, right here, I'm going to put this video on full screen, and we're going to look at the actual video that is in question, and I'm going to speak on it right here. Okay. And I'm going to play it over and over again. So right there, you see the altercation, right? This is the clearest video you're probably going to see. The thing I want you guys to pay attention to is this fight lasted for literally 4 seconds. 4 seconds. So for all the people that are saying the boy feared for his life, for all the people saying that he was jumped, for all the people saying that he was on the ground and the boy fell on top of him and maybe he had the knife like this and then the boy fell on top of him and he was like this, some old crazy shit. No, it was this and it was this. It was this from the other boy, and then it was this. And then it was, let's get up out of here. And that is literally it. So everybody drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. And I'm not here to make fun of Karmelo Anthony. I'm not here to make fun of this situation. When I make content, no matter what it is usually for the advocation of young people. Okay. When I talk about the Charlie Kirk situation, I'm literally talking about the advocation for young people. Why? How am I advocating for young people? Talking about Charlie Kirk? Because this chick that he messed around and married may have something to do with him dying. And then now she done took over Turning Point USA. And what is she doing? She's putting out chapters and she's indoctrinating young people. So, or there's a side of this that has something to do with her allegiance to all of these PDF file dudes that are in these churches. So even the Charlie Kirk situation is about me advocating for young people. So in this particular situation, I'm advocating for the boy that died. There's a boy that lost his life. For those who don't know, I'm going to tell you the story real quick. There were 2 boys in this situation. They were both in sports. And one boy went up under a tent that was at another school. You know, the school tent is, you know how you got a school and they got a school? He went to the other school's tent and hung out under there. And they lied and turned around and said, well, it was pouring down, raining outside, and he needed somewhere to shield himself from the rain. Like rain is going to kill a 17-year-old boy or something. Like it's stupid. So next thing you know, he goes up under the other tent that was from the other school. And just like any other school would, they'd be like, hey, you're not from this school. Get out of here. And simply because the boy didn't want to leave, simply because the boy didn't want to look bad. He didn't want to be embarrassed. He didn't want to get punked out. He decided to say, I ain't going nowhere. And if you touch me, I'm going to do something to you. Or, because I don't want to misconstrue what he said, I believe the boy specifically said, touch me and see what happens. And he has his hand in his bag like this. And then the boy went like this, just like I showed you in the video. And then he went like this. All right. So, and then now everybody's painting this young boy out to be a victim, which is disgusting because somebody lost their child. So I'm advocating for the person that died, not the person that stabbed the damn person, which is stupid to me. All right. So let's go back to the video. So right here, June, he's gone already. 4 seconds. 4 seconds. That's it. And everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. So I'm making it closer and closer and closer. And then I'm going to slow it down. You see how fast his head pops out? So watch this right here. Push, stab. That's literally what it was. Push this way, and then the stabbing this way, and then another back and forth. And that was it. Then it runs off. All right. So one more time for anybody just coming in here, because I want everybody to be able to see this in slow motion, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's the first shot. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, and his head pops back. Somebody said play it back one more time. I'm playing the whole thing. It's playing back over and over again. I'm trying to show everybody the actual clear footage. This is the clearest footage that you can find. I'm playing it over and over. I'm not even doing nothing. It's playing because I knew y'all was going to be like, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. So I'm playing it over and over again so y'all can see it. And then we're going to move on. But I just want everybody to be able to see it. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Head pops out. So within 5 seconds, the boy is in fear of his life. And I want to say this because a lot of people are like, oh my God, Mr. Let Go, you don't seem to care about young people. No, you don't seem to care about young people because a young person died. A young person is dead. A young person is in the grave. So some of you don't care about white young people. See, I care about young people, regardless of whether they're white, whether they're Chinese, whether they're black, whether they're purple. I advocate for young people. But just because the person that died is white, some of you don't seem to give a shit. And I think that is disgusting. All right. So I want to say this. And I'm just going to play it while I'm going to play this while I'm talking so y'all can still watch it. Excuse me. Okay. A friend of mine said for me to leave this story alone because he knows that I was going to be an asshole about this situation. And I'm like, what? He said, no, I know you're going to go on the deep end. You're going to say this, you're going to say that, right? And he said, I know you're going to be an asshole about the situation. Well, here's the problem. Because all of the talk about this on social media was everyone crying about Karmelo Anthony being a victim of another person, even though he murdered somebody. I think it's important for somebody with some balls, with a dick, to come out here and say, hey, you don't do this. And Karmelo Anthony was not a victim. Say I agree or disagree in the chat. Let me know. Do you think it's important for somebody with some balls to come out here and say Karmelo Anthony is wrong for what he did and ignore the fact that he's black, ignore the fact that other boy is white, and ignore race altogether, and literally say, hey, to the other young boys out here watching, this is wrong. You can't stab somebody because they pushed you. Learn how to fight. Learn how to take a punch. Learn how to take a shove. Oh, how dare you shove me? Like, what? See, I don't want your sons to be gay. And when I say gay, I don't mean having sex with other men. I mean how Candace uses it, fake and gay. Okay? So I am here as a grown man who was a young boy that was Karmelo Anthony's size. And I'm here to let you know that I don't want you to be gay, or I don't want your sons to be gay and do some gay ass shit like this. Because guess what? If he isn't gay now, he's definitely about to be gay when he goes to prison. And I mean having sex with men gay. Because they're going to take his ass. Then another dude's going to take his ass. So here's what's crazy. To all the young people, because I had to let my friend know, like, bro, the reason why this whole situation is absolutely stupid, because, you know, everybody's online saying, oh, my God, he was fearing for his life. So this was a survival tactic. OK, let's just think about survival. Somebody's about to beat you up. Right? Bow, bow, bow. You about to get punched in the face. Okay? Literally, you about to get punched in the face. Say by 3 dudes, not 1. Say by 3 dudes, right? And yeah, Karmelo Anthony is probably, he'll be gay probably in another, because he's probably in solid, he's away from everybody now. So he's not in general population right now. So he's probably going to be gay probably in about 3 months. Okay. Because right now he's separated. All right. I forgot what it's called when you're separated from everybody else. I forgot the name of it. So he's not gay yet. Okay. So he's about to be gay. He's not gay yet. So for your sons, to keep your sons from being gay, don't act gay in the beginning. And I'm using 2 words. Gay as in a punk, as in like not wanting to fight, acting like a victim, acting like a sissy, victimizing yourself. And then the real gay, when you go to prison, is when you get poked in the ass. See, he don't poke somebody in the chest just to get poked in the ass in prison. So if you, as a 17-year-old boy, 15-year-old boy, and ladies, if you have sons, bring his ass over and watch this show. Okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you have a son, regardless of age. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a son. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a son. See, I am here to keep your son from being gay in both ways. Okay? So this little boy, Karmelo Anthony, was acting gay under the tent. And that is a faking gay, like Candace Owens says. And then he goes to prison, and now he's about to be gay for real. So you poke somebody just to get poked by somebody. It makes no sense. I'm sorry. And some people may say you don't have enough empathy. I don't. And it's because I'm a man. See, there's not enough men, actual men, out in this world anymore. There's not enough men out in this world anymore to actually turn around and say, this is some bullshit. This is stupid. Don't do this. You're going to go to prison if you stab somebody. Nobody gives a damn about you being like, oh my God, he's about to punch me in the face. Take the punch. Oh my God, they was about to jump him. Get jumped. And as you see, he didn't even get jumped. How can you jump somebody in 3 seconds? Because 2 of the seconds was him stabbing him. So I want y'all to think about this. It is impossible for you to get jumped in 3 seconds. Because like I said, the other 2 seconds was Karmelo Anthony going like a psycho. So it's impossible to get jumped in 3 damn seconds. So you're stupid if you think the boy was up under some type of duress where he felt he had to survive 3 seconds of getting jumped, 3 seconds of getting punched, 3 seconds of getting shoved. It's gay. It's gay. So, young men need to hear the other side of this and not just the gay side. All these gay ass people on social media sitting here crying and whining. Oh my God. Shut up. You're gay. And your gay ass, because it's mainly adults out there, your gay ass is teaching young boys to be gay. So let me explain something, because I'm a father, okay? I'm a father. So I take this whole situation very seriously, okay? I went up to my daughter's schools. I have 2 daughters. I've been up to both my daughter's schools. I went up to all of my kids, my daughter's schools. Elementary school, I was there. Middle school, I was there. High school, I was there. College, I was there. I've been up to my kids' school, regardless of what school they were at. Okay. Daddy is up there. Like, what's going on? And it was a situation where my oldest daughter got into it with a boy. And I can tell you what happened. She was walking, and you know how the sliding doors, like the doors just kind of open. You know how the restaurant doors, you know, you push it and the doors open like that. And all of a sudden, she was walking at the door and the door flew open and it hit her in the face, right? Or, yeah. Hold on. And then she pushed the boy. It was like, what's wrong with you, right? And wait. I need to call my daughter. I'm trying to remember who sliding doors, the open doors hit somebody. It either hit her or hit him. I think she opened the doors and it hit him. And then he pushed her and she instantly called her daddy. And I took my ass up to the school. And the boy played football. So she was like, I'm going to call my daddy. He was like, call your daddy. I don't give a shit. Da 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 da. Right. So I'm hearing him in the background like da 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 da, talking all this shit. Right. So next thing you know, I come up there. He went and got the whole football team. And they up there like, what you gonna do? I was like, man, I beat all y'all asses. The fuck is wrong with you? Are you crazy? But did I do it? No. Did I feel fear, like I'm in fear of my life? No. It's like 15 boys out there about to jump on me. Did I pull out a knife? No. Even though I'm bigger than the boys, did I start beating up the boys? No. What do you think I did where 15-year-old, not 15-year-old, 15, 17-year-old boys, the size of, remember, they're football players, so they were like 6 feet tall, and I'm like 5'10". So even though they were younger than me, they were about my height and a little bit less of a size than me. What do you think I did? So I'm confronted by 15 to 17-year-old athletes talking about they're going to beat me up. and it's just me. What do you think I did? Did I sit here and say, oh my God, I fear for my life. Oh no. And pull out a knife and start stabbing motherfuckers? No. What do you think I did? Answer the question in the chat. What do you think I did where 15 and 17-year-olds that were 6 feet tall standing in front of my face because I'm up here advocating for my daughter? What do you think I did? I looked at my daughter and I looked at the boy and I said, y'all apologize to each other, because look at what you're about to start. You two argue with each other. It's about to start this big ass brawl. And I'm gonna have to beat all these little boys' asses, which I don't want to do. So you apologize and you apologize. You go first. And even though my daughter was in the wrong, I said, what have I taught you? Apologize. And she said, I'm sorry for hitting you and threatening you. And he said, okay, I'm sorry too. See, I didn't go out there like, nigga, I'll beat your ass, or pull out a gun or pull out a knife or do some dumb shit. No. See, real men do not just jump in and just start fighting and shit. Real men find a way to diffuse the situation. Real men find ways to diffuse the situation. It's really that simple. And I'm gonna play the video again because some of y'all are just coming on in. So for those who just came in, this is the actual slow down, clear video of the altercation. So a real man, his job, his number one job is to diffuse volatile situations. All right. I'll call my daughter now and she'll tell you what happened. All right. So the thing about it is, as a man, I have to come online and teach young people and teach parents how to deal with conflict, because apparently a lot of people don't know how. They either want to go stabbing somebody or they want to start crying, talking about, oh my God, they're about to jump me. Shut up. Get jumped and shut the fuck up. All right. Shout out to Kamib 5125. I can't pronounce your name, but may God bless you and for you being an example of courage for the youth. Thank you so much. Okay. So let's keep going. And this is very important what I'm about to say. Very important for what I'm about to say. This Karmelo Anthony situation is not about race. It's actually about nervous system. I'll say it again. This Karmelo Anthony situation is not about race. It's about nervous system. Someone said I'm not a lawyer. Who the fuck said something about being a lawyer? I was a boy Karmelo Anthony's age before. Okay. All right. So I'll say it again. This Karmelo Anthony situation is not about race. It's about nervous system. What do I mean? Modern men, whether 17 or whether 35, modern men have totally different nervous systems than the rest of us who are older. Why? Because modern men, they grew up in the social media world. In the social media world, your nervous system, to a certain degree, is totally different than mine. And I'm here to acknowledge that. Okay? I'm acknowledging that your nervous system is totally different than mine. And here's the reason why this is so important. And everybody just coming in, hit the like button. Everybody coming in, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button because I'm about to teach y'all something right now. And share this video with everybody because I'm about to teach y'all something that nobody has said to you ever in life.
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
Okay. And if anybody wants to come up, I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to come up also. Because I got a lot to speak on, but if anybody wants to come up and share their opinion, I'm dropping a link right now. So it says StreamYard. That means you can come on the show with me and have a conversation with me. So here we go. This is not about race, it's about nervous system. Modern men have totally different nervous systems than us, older men, due to the fact that they grew up in a social media era. See, if I ever got into a fight, nobody filmed it. I've gotten into fights. It's not on the internet. It's not on the internet because I didn't grow up in a social media age. With that being said, young men are afraid of fighting because the first thing somebody's going to do is pull out their damn phone and start filming the fight. And if you turn around and get your ass beat and you like, phew, and you looking dumb, like slobbing on the floor because somebody just knocked you out, that will haunt you probably for the next 5 years of your life. So because of that, young men are afraid to get into fights because they fear losing the fight and looking dumb on camera and then being put on social media. Do you agree? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you agree with that? Yes or no? So the reason why modern men are so afraid to get into normal everyday fist fights or get jumped, and I'll talk about getting jumped in a second, is because they're afraid of getting filmed by other people and getting put on social media, getting embarrassed on Facebook and Instagram and on Snapchat and on Instagram and whatever else on YouTube for the next 3-4 years. And it's difficult for a young man to live that every day. Everybody laughing at you, right? So say Karmelo Anthony is in there and then somebody pulls out their phone, which they didn't because we would have found it. But I'm sure there's some boy or somebody in that tent that had their phone out. But it only happened in 5 seconds, so probably not. So just imagine Karmelo Anthony is in there and they're like, hey, we need you to leave because turf rules apply. You're not from here, so you got to leave. So yes, he did have to leave, just for the record. He did have to leave because if you're not from that school and somebody from that school tells you to leave, you got to leave, okay? Turf rules apply. Nobody owned the tent. Nobody owns the school. But when you're a kid and you're 17, turf rules apply, okay? So you're sitting there or standing there, and then next thing you know, somebody says you got to leave. And they're looking like they're about to beat you up. Or the boy looks like he's about to beat you up, right? And then you turn around and say, damn, I don't want to look like a punk. That boy over there has his phone out. So if I walk away, everybody's going to think I'm a punk and they're going to make fun of me. If this big old boy that's 6 feet tall beats me up, he has his phone out and then I'm going to get embarrassed and everybody's going to look at me like I can't fight. So because of that, so because of social media, so because of the fear of somebody filming you look like a punk, get beat up, look like a bitch, or either just walk away, everybody laugh, you're a punk. You turn around and feel the need to touch me and see what happens. And then you stab him. So all because you don't want to look embarrassed and get posted on somebody's Instagram page, you turn around and stab somebody like an idiot, and now your ass is in prison. You poke somebody one time, and now you're going to spend 35 years in prison getting poked by somebody else whenever they want to. So all the young boys who are afraid to get embarrassed on social media for losing a fight and instead pull out a knife or a gun, I'm going to tell you this right now, and this is for every young person watching. Get your ass beat and deal with it. Deal with the embarrassment. If you lose a fight, if you fall awkwardly, if you get knocked out, if you're on the floor looking stupid, they're going to film you and post you on social media, and you're going to be embarrassed. I understand that. Nobody wants to get embarrassed, but it's either get embarrassed or go to prison. Which would you rather do? Lose a fight, get posted, losing the fight, looking dumb, feeling embarrassed, everybody picking on you for like the whole school year, or go to prison where somebody is literally going to be fucking you in the asshole? Literally. Pick one. Do you want to get fucked in the ass for 35 years? Fucked in the ass for 35 years? Or do you want to lose a fight and somebody films you and you're getting embarrassed because you fell awkwardly and everybody's laughing at you? Pick one. So that's the reason why modern men have different nervous systems than us. They have different things to worry about when it comes to getting into a fist fight compared to men of my generation. Okay? I'm acknowledging that. Okay? And I got somebody, where you at? Faith, you there? Hey, Faith, you there? Give them a second. So I dropped a link if anybody wanted to come up and share their opinion about this. Faith, are you there? Yes or no? Hello, 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 hello. Hello? All right, so I got the link up if somebody wants to come up. I mean, I got the link in the chat. Let me pin it at the top so y'all can see it. So I'm gonna pin the link at the top so y'all can see it. And I got Faith back here, but she's not saying anything. So okay, I'll just keep going. So and if you got something to say, bring your ass up and hit the link and have a conversation with me. Stop saying stupid shit in the chat and come up and have a conversation with me. Or are you gonna be as pussy as Karmelo Anthony is? Huh? You gonna be as pussy as Karmelo Anthony and not come up and have the conversation in my face? Huh? Huh? You wanna be pussy like Karmelo Anthony? Huh? Okay, so let's keep going. For every young man watching. Let's see. Joseph, you there?
Yo, I'm here. What's going on?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I'm blessed. I just want to jump in with you here. As a white male, Gen X, I'm 48 years old. I got some kids, and was I surprised at the venomous, outcome? Yeah, a little bit. I didn't really think people were gonna jump on, like kill the white kid, bury him back up and stab him again.
Whoa.
Oh, hit me. What am I missing?
Certain things you can't say on YouTube.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, just a vehement response definitely surprised me. Do I want to go?
Don't
Yeah,
say nothing crazy.
typical. Do I want to say typical? No, because I don't want people to live like this and think like this no more. Period. So I'm not giving up on any race. I'm not giving up on any kids, but I think we need to step in and start saying some things. I think men like you
Saying what?
who are saying things like, what are we doing?
Right.
What is happening? Who's
Right.
teaching these children? What
Yes.
are they seeing? How about this one? What are they seeing? Because it's not always what we're telling them. They are going by what they see on a daily basis by the people they are raised by.
Yes.
Period. You
Yes.
know, and I watched you and Jesse on Fire's interview, and what a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? Two grown men discussing something on equal ground that just
Mhm.
doesn't make sense. So when do we step up and say, hey, what's the responsibility, a parent or a color? You know what I mean? Are we
Right.
parents or are we colors? We're not colors, we're parents.
And, that,
God
and that's
loves
the
all of
reason.
us.
And that's the reason why me and Jesse did that show, because I think the world needed to see a white guy and a black guy come together and say this is not about race. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
you brought up a great point, and it's kind of like what I was actually about to jump into. So
Yeah.
here's the thing. Modern men have literally adopted the nervous system of women.
Oh my Lord, speak on it. And this video thing, I love what you just don't skip
Hold
over
on,
too quick what you were
hold
talking.
on,
Go
hold
ahead,
on.
go ahead.
Hold on. So modern men have literally adopted the nervous system of women. And what this means is when a woman feels in danger, she's really in danger because she's
Yeah,
small, she don't have muscle tone, she can't
sure.
necessarily defend herself, right? For
Just like
some
his
women,
daughter. Just like the
right,
story from his daughter.
exactly. So the thing about it is when a woman feels like she fears for her life,
Yeah, what's happening here?
she actually fears for her life. When
Sure,
we
sure.
fear for our lives, we don't fear for our lives unless
Yeah,
somebody has.
we got machismo and bravado, you know what I
Right.
mean? But are our kids thinking, and you know what I think is most important also is what you
Mhm.
just brought up. I hope we don't skip over that because it hit me after you said it. Wait a minute. These kids aren't raised like us. We didn't have no damn cameras out all the time. We didn't think of the social media experience whatsoever because it wasn't there. So it
Yeah.
was a whole different world for young men. We had knives, we had stuff on us, but we still didn't use it. You know what I
We
mean?
didn't use it.
We took that punch in the mouth. You know what I mean? We put our hands up. That's it. I got my
Yep.
ass kicked a bunch. You know what I mean? But guess what? I learned and I'm still here and I don't have all this time in prison. So this young man made a decision based, I think, on some world things happening, social media, the if they're fighting with each other, then they won't be focused over here idea. And just all of it in total puts us at a point where this show needs to happen because we need to hear you tell us what are we
Right.
doing. Let's get back to
Right.
the real point.
So hold on. Let's let everybody else talk.
Yeah, hit it.
Get a chance to speak. So Sonny, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You can hear me?
How you doing? Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you for being here.
All right, no problem, man. I think it's just intellectual dishonesty from a lot of black people. Everybody named Mama know the kid was dead wrong, right? But
Thank
it's
you.
like black people are using this as an opportunity to troll white people, right?
Yes.
Because
Okay.
99% of black people would have not reacted that way, meaning you're not
Yeah,
going to stab somebody when they push you, right?
Yeah.
And 99% of black people wouldn't want that to happen to their child. You
Right.
don't want because your child pushed somebody, now all of a sudden that's a death sentence. We all
true.
know what happened was wrong, but what happens now is we look at it as an opportunity because we feel that so many white people have, killed unarmed or innocent black people. Now
Yeah.
this is our time to
Yeah.
circumvent justice and be like,
Right, right.
oh, even though he's a murderer, we're going to play dumb and create some silly narrative to try to get him off so we can flex our power too. We have power. It's not just you to have the power to let murderers walk free. We have the power, right? So I'm not going to play this dishonest game with black people, because as a people, we have to stand on honor and justice. If we are asking for justice,
Right.
then we have to be the people who are proponents of justice. We cannot just try to act from this position of power, because we don't have that power, right? You can be unjust when you have power, right? We don't have any power, so we're playing a game that we can't win. Number one, and number two, I agree with you when you say that they take on the nervous system of women, but I'll go one step further. A lot of black young men have taken on the logic and the reasoning of black women.
Yeah. No, whoa. Women, not black women, women.
Okay,
Women.
well,
Yeah.
let's talk about women, right?
Yeah.
Because the reason why I'll make it black is because a lot of young black men are raised only or solely by their mom.
I get
Right.
it. So the thing about it is,
Me too.
I read. So thank you for saying that, Joseph. So the thing about it is, young men are being raised by women, not just, see, in a black community, we think it's only us. White people go through the same things that we go through. So I just wanted to say that. So go ahead. Keep going, Sonny.
I'll agree. But what you start to see is, right, you see a lot of times women behave illogically when it comes to violence, right?
Yeah.
Because women are seldom ever punished for violence because they are the weaker sex.
Yes.
So we kind of look at them like, she's harmless and you could have defended yourself.
Yep.
So when we see women hit dudes with cars or, or stab a dude, I mean, there's plenty of women who have stabbed men and have not been punished.
Yes.
Right. So they'll say, oh, he pushed me, or I thought he was going to hit me, or, they'll use that dishonest lie of, oh, I thought something was going to happen to me.
Well,
and they'll get.
Hold on. Let me say this. To women is not a lie. And I'm glad I have a woman up here. It's not a lie. Because like I was saying earlier, brother, women actually do think they're going to die. Women do die. You know what I'm saying? So women die by the hands of men. I'm not going to say more or less or whatever. So when they see somebody in their
fear.
Hold on. So they have a different level of fear. So they have the right to have this type of nervous system. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm saying, and like you're saying, we as men cannot adopt that nervous system because we are bigger and stronger than women are. So we don't have the same narrative as that. So go ahead, Sonny. Go ahead, brother. You there? I don't know what happened. So Faith, are you here?
Hey, blessings to you all. Yes, I am here. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored.
Thank you for being here.
I want to say this.
Mm-hmm.
When this first happened, I called the funeral home. Yes, listen to me.
Okay.
The woman called me back. That funeral home where you supposedly had been at,
Uh-huh.
they only do politician people. I got it recorded. I'm gonna have to get it. It's not another thing.
What does that mean? I don't understand.
Like political, like they just do political, like the governors and like somebody big. The owner told me. I have it. I recorded her, and I don't think this happened. I think they're playing on our mental health.
Okay,
because
so
I'm from Louisiana. Nobody knows them, and the word on the curve is they cry that Karmelo is a crisis actor.
Oh, whoa, wait. I like to ingest information.
Mm-hmm.
And just
allegedly.
Right. I like to ingest situations and just like new information and just say, okay, can I wrap my head around this? Okay, so one, I'm not just gonna up and disagree with you because I don't know myself, right? So This is new information. So let's all ingest it instead of just being like, oh, you're crazy. Okay. So let's just look at this in your perspective. You're saying this boy is a crisis actor. The first thing I'm going to say is Metcalf is dead. So if he is a crisis actor, his ass need to go to prison anyway. So whether he's a crisis actor or whether he's just a normal kid, he needs to be going to prison because he's dead. Somebody's dead. Somebody's child is dead. So what do you say to that?
I'm saying we saying somebody's child dead. A lot of people, you know, that they didn't let a lot of people go into that funeral, right? Who's to say they had something in that casket? I mean, these United States of America, they love to do hoax. They love to do fake stuff.
So
And
you're saying he's not dead? There's nobody's dead?
I don't believe this. I believe this is a different. This is they done pull one on us, and I'm telling you that been in my spirit. They done pull one on us.
Okay, let's table that because I don't want to make the whole show about that because I don't have enough even just I don't want to talk about that right now because it's so many angles to that. So I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're right either.
The video said 2016 too. It said year 2016. This is not 2016. That
the video
says
2016.
Yes. It's 2016. I want you to pull it up, then I'm gonna come back up because I don't like to be, wrong. I don't want to be wrong. And shout out to everybody in the chat. And I'm gonna get your cards.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
God, I see them cards going all over the world. I also got a prophet to give, but I see what you're saying. And people got to understand. When you admit to something, you're already guilty.
You're already guilty, right? So why aren't you in prison? Why? Because I'm glad you said that. When you say, "Yeah, I did it," you're going to prison before the trial starts because you said, "Yeah, I did it." That's the worst thing you say.
He admitted, so I don't know why people thought he wasn't gonna get no time. Oh, come on now. I wonder, they need to wake up. They must be still dreaming.
Yeah. So it's cool. So
I'm gonna come back. I want you to
thank you so much.
That video. Look at the video, and you're gonna see 2016 on that video. It's February. February, the month of February.
Okay. So Sonny,
and I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate you.
All right.
All right. So Sonny, you're back.
So you see what I'm talking about? The take on the logic of women, right? Like, is it hard to believe that a 17-year-old kid killed another 17-year-old kid? We see this all the time in the black community. As a matter of fact, you can Google this. In New Rochelle, New York, there was an incident where a 16-year-old girl stabbed another 16-year-old girl and killed that girl. Right, and it was a fight. It was a fight after school at a party, right? And these two girls got into it, and one girl stabbed the other girl, killed her. Now that girl was like an honor student.
Try to say unalive.
Okay, unalive.
Somebody and unalive them because YouTube messes with people.
I got you. Right.
Yeah.
So she unalived this young lady, right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because the way the laws are set up, if you unalive someone prior to the age of 18, the longest you can go to jail for is up to your 21st birthday. So that young lady unalived a girl who was college bound. She was a straight A student, and this is what's going on in our community. Our young people are hyper aggressive and they lack impulse control.
Yes.
This is going on throughout our community, and this is a perfect opportunity for our community to come together and say, look, kids, this is what happens when you lack impulse control and problem-solving skills, right?
So stop right there because this video I'm playing right here is important because of what you just said. All right, so just pause just for a second because this is exactly your point right here. So everybody watch this. And everybody watching, make sure to hit the like button and share this video with anybody that you know that is a parent or young people. Listen, watch this.
I'm 17. Y'all finna put me in jail for a murder charge. Like, why am I get convicted for this murder charge? I'm never going to the light of day again. Like, y'all, you wouldn't even try to work with me. Like, work with you now? Like, what did you expect me to do? Man, they made it seem like y'all was just gonna interview me and I was gonna go home. At this point, I don't want to come on, right? Come on, man. Please, man. Come on, man. By law, I cannot.
See, he think he can kill or unalive somebody and then go home. Do you see the logic, the female logic? See, if this was a girl, she probably would have went home because she's a girl. Your point. I'm gonna keep playing it, but you see what I'm saying right here?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna play some more.
I cannot engage in a question and answer session. I'm only 17, man. I'm only 17. I'm only 17. Please, man. Come on. Can I go home, man? Like, come on. So I'm going down.
He unalived somebody and it's just like, can I go home?
For murder charge.
I'm playing this video in particular.
And I'm familiar with that
another
case. I
person
think that happened
somebody
in, I want to say Detroit.
Okay. Hold on, let me play the video first, though.
Going down for murder charge.
I'm playing this video in particular because another person that killed somebody was only 17. Karmelo Anthony. And even though I talked about this previously, a friend of mine called me and seen one of my videos and said, yo, it doesn't seem like you have a lot of compassion. Well, guess what? In situations like this, we don't need compassion. We need to show these young men that your ass is going to prison. Your ass will be tried as an adult if you're 15, 16, or 17 and you kill somebody. See, young people don't necessarily know the law like adults do. So because of that, this isn't the time for compassion. This is the time to offer a learning lesson. And what is a learning lesson? Not making fun of the boy because he's about to go to prison, but one, to show other young boys, white or black, no matter what race, that if you kill somebody and you're just a kid, just like this guy in this video.
I'm 17. Y'all finna put me in jail for a murder charge. I'm never going to the light of day again. I'm only 17, man. I'm only 17. I'm only 17.
You're going to be tried like an adult. You're going to go to prison. And most likely, you're going to go to prison for more than 10 years. So I want to stop right there because somebody just said, well, what are you talking about? Wouldn't you defend yourself as a man? See, there's a difference. And I want you to touch on this also, Sonny. When you're a man, we actually have more of the ability to protect ourselves with weapons for a number of reasons. Okay. A 17-year-old has zero reason to protect themselves with a weapon. So I'll say that again. Grown men have more of a reason and responsibility to protect ourselves with weapons, but 17-year-olds have zero reason to protect themselves with weapons. And here's the reason why. As a young boy, you do not fear for your life because you're young. We don't fear for our lives. I did all kinds of crazy shit. I crossed creeks. I climbed trees. I jumped off of, not bridges, but I jumped off of shit. I jumped off of a house. I did all kinds of dumb shit. Rode motorcycles. So we don't have a innate fear for our lives because we don't think we're going to die because we're stupid. Boys, girls do. But boys, we don't think we're going to die if we do anything, okay? We even shocked each other with tasers because we're stupid, okay? So one, we don't fear for our lives when we're 17. Two, we already don't think we're going to go to jail if we do some dumb shit. So that's more chances of us having a street fight in the middle of the street, a fight in the middle of a school, a fight in the middle of wherever, because ain't nobody going to arrest us because we're kids.
Aaron,
Go
ahead.
Hold on. But if me and Sonny was to get into a fist fight in the middle of a mall, we going to jail, right? So the possibility of us going to jail, no matter what we do is high, okay? So because of that, we have to learn the law instead of just doing shit, all right? Kids just do shit because they don't know the law. And because of that, it's dumb for a kid to pick up a gun. It's dumb for a kid to pick up a knife because they don't know how to lawfully do anything. I know how to lawfully carry a firearm. I know how to lawfully discharge a firearm. And on top of that, I lawfully know how to make a situation not as bad as it can be. I can explain my way out of a situation because I know the law. And because of that, I can use a weapon and not go to prison. I can shoot somebody, depending on what country, what state I'm in, and not go to jail, not go to prison. A kid doesn't know what the hell they're doing. So the fact that they don't know how to handle a firearm, don't know the laws, and don't know how to get out of a situation or make a situation look like this instead of this, like the angle in which this boy was stabbed shows that he was murdered. But if he would have went like this and stabbed him in a thigh, stabbed him in an arm, stabbed him in a stomach, he would not have did 35 years. So the simple fact that you don't even know how to jug somebody means that you don't need to be having a damn weapon. I know how to properly defend myself, but kids don't. So kids don't ever need to be using a weapon no matter what's happening. So go ahead, Sonny.
Let me ask you this, Aaron. You have daughters, right?
Yes.
Now, as a father, it's your job to quote unquote protect your daughters, correct?
Yes.
Now, protection doesn't only just mean showing up when something happens. It also means preventing things from happening.
Yes.
Right? So when you give your daughters curfews, when you tell them what they can't wear, that's protection. Okay?
Right.
It's not just physical.
Right.
Same thing with self-defense. Self-defense is not just being violent when you're aggressed. No, self-defense is taking yourself out of situations before they become violent.
Yes.
If I'm in any situation, and I'm a big dude, I can defend myself. I'm a legal gun owner, right? Licensed to carry.
Yeah.
But if I'm in a situation where anybody is upset at my presence and say, man, you got to get up out of here, 9 times out of 10, unless there's some real reason why I'm there to begin with, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get out of here.
You want to leave, right?
I'm never scared of what they're going to do to me. I'm afraid of what I may have to do to them.
Damn.
Right? So I say, you know what? Let me get up out of here before he made me do something to him.
Yes.
That's self-defense. That's me defending myself.
Yes.
Right? What's that old saying? I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. That means you have 2 options. Either you gonna die or you gonna be on trial.
Yeah.
That's what it means. You have 2 options, right? There's not a third option of going free.
There is a third option, though, Sonny, and that is the whole point of the reason why I'm here. There is a third option, and that third option is what you just said. Walk away. See, one option is you can die. The other option is you can go to prison. But the third option is you can go home.
Simply just say, hey, man, it ain't that. People have to learn de-escalation and conflict resolution.
Yes.
I have been in hoods in many rough cities, Houston, Atlanta, New York, LA. And anytime I'm anywhere that even seems like something's going to escalate, you de-escalate. Hey, man, let me buy you a drink. Hey, come on, dog. It ain't even that serious, man. We good.
Yeah.
I've de-escalated many a scenario because you know how bad this can get.
Yeah.
So young black people, this was a golden opportunity for the black community to come together and say, young black men, you have to learn to de-escalate.
Yeah.
You have to learn to conflict resolve. But instead, what we decide to do, play the victim and play the race card. Right? And his parents, let me talk about his parents.
Yeah.
This is where his parents really sold him up the river. Because if that kid would have fell on the sword, pardon pun, if he would have just mea culpa, hey, I'm sorry, I lost my head, my heart goes out to the Metcalf family, and he would have took a plea deal, he could have got 15 years, been out and about 12.
He probably would have got 5 years on a manslaughter.
If he would have just humbled himself and said, look, I messed up, I lost my head, I'm sorry, the state of Texas, the city of Frisco, I'm sorry. At most you get 15, you're out in 12. He goes to jail at 19. He's back on the streets by 30.
He didn't even take the stand.
He can have a family. He can have a life, right? But his family decided to play the race card, play the victim, and try to get him off without any punishment.
Yep.
That's lack of accountability. As a father, you knew your son took that young man's life. You should have said to him, son, what you did was wrong. I don't care if you thought it was right in the moment, it was wrong. So you're going to have to do some time. Let's try to mitigate this to get you to do a little bit of time as possible.
Yeah.
Right? Instead, you kick the father out of the press conference. You don't want to come together. If the father was willing to work with the family, if you and the father would have got together and say, hey, both of our sons did some shit they had no business doing. Unfortunately, you know, we just want to come back and help the youth and let this be a learning opportunity. Man, he would have got 10 years at the most. He'd have been out in about 8, back on the streets as a young man, can still live his life. But you played the race card, you played the victim, and you took zero accountability, and now this man ain't gonna see the streets till he probably 50.
Exactly.
You ruined his life by
Your
playing the
own
victim.
parents ruin your life. That is a fact.
They should have been there to counsel you and guide you and say, son, regardless of what you thought, that ain't how it is. This is what we're gonna do. But instead, you try to trade. I feel so bad for him because he is young, and he does look like he's a good guy. I'm not gonna write him off as a thug. I'm gonna say he looked like he's a good kid. And had this not had happened, he probably would have led a fruitful life. But your father should be there to guide you and counsel you. And your father looked like he was being controlled by his wife and took zero accountability, and you let them railroad that young man.
Yep, I totally agree. So the thing about it is, we as parents have to take responsibility for our kids instead of just sitting around being victims. So to prove, just to go with your point, the parents painted him out to be a victim. So of course, the boy thought he was a victim. And when you think you're a victim, you do things that victims do. See, victims stab people because they feel like they're a victim. They think they're about to die. See, when you know how to fight, you just fight instead of using a knife, because you now are not a victim. See, victims do things that victims do. So the more you think you're not a victim, the less you end up going to prison for the rest of your life, because you don't do things victims do. See, when you're a victim, you feel like you don't have any other choice but to pull out a knife and crash out. So with all that being said, let me play this real quick. Instead of wanting to be a victim all the time. Not all of you, but a lot of you have this victim mindset. He was about to get jumped. Where I'm from, so we're from two different worlds. But where I'm from, you get jumped. I've gotten jumped before. I got jumped by 6 dudes before. And guess what? I didn't die. I just walked my muddy, bloody ass home and cleaned up. And that was it. So a lot of you victims, male and female, y'all literally do not understand life. They shouldn't have picked on him. Getting picked on is a part of a boy's life. And justifying stabbing somebody because they're getting picked on, because they're getting cornered, because he's about to get jumped, in my opinion, is the gayest shit on the planet. And this is the reason why a lot of you men and a lot of you women have the problems in your lives that you have, because you have a victim mindset. You instantly go to victim mode every time something happens. 17-year-old boys fight. 17-year-old boys get jumped. 17-year-old boys lose fights. 17-year-old boys get hurt. But one thing 17-year-old boys don't do is stab each other. And if they do stab the other person, that 17-year-old boy gets tried as an adult and his ass goes to prison. White, black, green, purple. And this is the reason why people look at me and say, you don't have any compassion. You talk in a condescending manner. I'm sorry. But when I'm dealing with a world of soft, mushy, whiny, crying pussies, there's nothing I can do about that. Because I was Karmelo Anthony's size. A lot of the boys that picked on me were bigger than me. But guess what? I did what I had to do. And I didn't pick up a knife, and I didn't pick up a gun. And I got my ass beat because the boy was bigger than me. And there's nothing I can do but go home and just say, damn, I got my ass beat. And that's it. Forgive me for not understanding your pussy ass way of thinking. Forgive me for not being a victim like a lot of you. It's just not in me. No matter what happens, I'm not going to be a victim of somebody else. Even if somebody was to rob me at a gas station or something, I'm going to call the police. I'm going to do everything I need to do. But in my mind, I'm going to say, damn, what could I have done to prevent this? So even then, I'm not going to be a victim. And another thing that came up in my comments, I have 2 daughters. And somebody asked me, well, what if my kids were in this situation and my kid stabbed a white kid or a black kid or whatever, and that kid died? My kid is going her ass to prison. And my kids will tell you that, because I'm going to turn around and say, I didn't raise her to stab nobody. I raised her to either de-escalate the situation, fight back, or call her daddy and let me come in and deal with the situation. I never taught her to stab somebody because they're picking on her. So not even my daughters are as soft as a lot of you men are whining in my comments. Well, they pushed him. What was he supposed to do? Walk away, de-escalate the situation, leave out of the tent. There's a damn tent. Why the hell can't he leave? And for a lot of you saying he was cornered. It's a damn tent. How can you get cornered in a tent that is open on all four sides? And on top of that, he wasn't cornered when he stabbed a little boy. He ran his ass off crying. So the bottom line is this. Somebody picks on you and you stab them in the chest and they die. Your ass is going to prison, regardless of race or gender. And as a learning lesson for all of you young men and the parents of young men, watch this next video.
I want to see this rage that I keep hearing about. You like violence because the shit ain't never happened to you. You ain't never ran into somebody that likes violence just as much as you do. That's the problem. You understand that? But we like violence here. So go in there and get you some because you like it. You ain't not going to try to fight back?
Let's go.
Oh, sounds like your parents. Go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. You know what all this means? You full of shit. And we calling your bluff. You got your moms thinking that your meltdowns are uncontrollable. Why we ain't having one right now then? Under all the stress you under right now, snot falling down your nose, getting your ass kicked. He ain't said he want nobody to die yet. Not the guy you think you are. Time. Get out the room.
Every young boy needs to get punched in the mouth by another young boy to learn how it feels to get punched in the mouth. If Karmelo Anthony would have gotten punched in the mouth, he would have learned how to take a punch instead of running around stabbing people. The bottom line is our people, male and female, spend too much time looking for opportunities to be victims instead of looking for opportunities for what happened to be a learning lesson for us and our children. The learning lesson is if you kill somebody, your happy ass is going to prison, and that is it. Go home and teach your kids how to take accountability for their own actions instead of being victims like their mama and like their daddy. So, Melody, I'm come back to you, Sonny, but hello, Melody. Oh, okay. I don't know what happened to Melody. Melody, I don't know what happened. But Sonny, what are your thoughts?
So that's interesting because when we talk about violence, this young man was not violent at all. It's funny to me that you moved to one of the least violent areas of Dallas, right? And you're promoting that if you feel threatened, if you feel danger, that you should take someone's life. Right now, we have to remember that because
meaning the parents of Karmelo.
No, black people in general, right?
Okay.
Black people in general are saying that this kid wasn't in the hood, right? This kid wasn't in South Dallas somewhere. This kid was in Frisco. If you know anything about the Dallas metro, it's one of the lily whitest areas. It's hardly no crime. If you are advocating that the response that he should have had was to take someone's life in a non-threatening situation or a very minimal threatening situation, right? This is why people don't want us in their neighborhood. Because if that's the mentality that we're promoting and perpetuating, that whenever you feel even the slightest bit of aggression towards you, that your response should be maximum aggression and maximum violence, this is why people say, well, they're inherently violent. We are promoting the same stereotype that we want people to look past, and it's you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. You want people to look at black people as normal, everyday citizens who are able to conduct themselves in a certain way, right. But then we're also promoting taking someone's life if they push you. Simply
wait. I just
after refusing to leave their intimate area.
Hold on. I gotta say
so
this.
This is where black people
Can you hear me?
Go off a cliff with the irrationality and the lack of logic. You cannot on social media be telling people that you justify taking someone's life because they were pushed. Right. Then when people say, well, we don't want these type of people in our area, oh, you're just being racist.
Can you hear me?
Does that make sense?
Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Yes or no? Can y'all hear me? Hello? So nobody can hear me? Can the people in the back can't hear me? The people in the back can't hear me for some reason. Melody, can you hear me? Sonny, can you hear me? Maybe Sonny can't hear me. I don't know what happened. But y'all can hear me. All right, cool. Because I just okay, Sonny left. I guess he's gonna come back. Okay, I just want to make sure. Melody, you're here. Can you hear me? All right, cool. All right. One of the things that Sonny said, Sonny, come back up. I don't know what happened, but one thing Sonny said was,
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hey, how are you?
All right.
Oh, make sure to only play this because I hear background from the YouTube video. Because you being on here would suffice. So you gotta count yourself out of the YouTube video if you want to say something. So the thing about it is something that Sonny said that was very important to hear is that he said black people tend to justify violence. Black people in particular has been running around justifying Karmelo Anthony's actions. The justification of unaliving somebody because they are a victim makes other races not want to be around us. See, all races are violent, but one particular race, maybe two, white people too, tend to justify their behavior and paint themselves out as if they had no other excuse but violence. Black people tend to justify their violent behavior. Everybody else is just as violent as black people, but we try to find some type of way to justify our violent behavior. And that is the actual problem. That is the actual problem right there. And I'm so glad Sonny, I wish Sonny would come back. I don't know where Sonny went, but because I didn't drop you, I don't know what happened, but we got to stop justifying violent behavior. If we got to go violent, if we got to get to it, if we got to do this, we got to do that, cool. But we don't need to be justifying it because I got as many weapons as anybody else does, but I'm not going to use them unless I actually feel in danger of my life. And in most cases, I don't. And because of that, I don't run around using the weapons. All right, so y'all are back. All right, so go ahead. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
So I believe you were saying that everyone has violence in their community, and I agree with that. Right? I do not
justify it.
Yeah, I do not believe that black people are more inherently violent than any other group of people.
We're not.
Right, but we promote it.
Promote it and act like we're justified at doing it more.
And I think we don't realize most white people do not live around black people. So most white people don't have any interaction with black people whatsoever. Mm-hmm. And if when they look on social media, they hear that a kid was stabbed in the heart, mm-hmm. and they see that, or sorry, poked in the heart, and they see that millions of black people are promoting and perpetuating that, how do you think that makes us look?
Right.
How do you think these people who don't know hardly any black folk, they just hear a kid at a track meet was poked in the heart, right? Because mm-hmm. he pushed someone, and here you have black educated people, senators, Congress people saying, oh, well, he was defending himself.
Right.
If I lived in middle America and didn't know any black people, and I'm seeing this on social media and on TV, I'd be like, well, damn, I don't want these people in my neighborhood.
Right, because if I shove a black person, they might stab me.
Exactly. But then we want to tell them, no, we're harmless. Don't be afraid of us. You have no reason to be afraid of us. You're talking out of both sides of your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's dishonest. You can't do it.
Yeah. And you made like the biggest point that I never even thought about. It's not about us being violent as black people. It's us justifying our violence as black people. Simply because we black, we supposed to just be violent because we were slaves, or because we're black, or because we feel like victims. See, it's the blatant victimization that I have the problem with. I have a disdain for victims that are not victims. If somebody is a victim of a travesty, I have empathy for that person. But I have disdain for victims that aren't victims. People who play the victim in order to like justify their behavior. I hate that shit.
Why do you think they do that?
I hate when men do it.
Why do you think they do that?
Because, like I said earlier, men, not just black men, but men have adopted the nervous systems of women. And the same way women have this need to catastrophize everything, it could be raining outside. And if Melody was all dolled up and ready to go somewhere and she got this nice dress on and it started pouring down raining, Melody might start crying because she's going to catastrophize the rain. She's going to be a victim of the rain. And I accept that because she's a woman. But next thing you know, if Melody has a son and she sees that, the son is going to start victimizing himself, and he's going to start crying and whining about the damn rain. He's going to start crying every time the wind blows. Women can do that because they're women, but men have adopted that shit. So this young boy, Karmelo Anthony, victimized himself with the rain. It's raining. So that's the reason why I went under somebody else's tent. And then they said, get out. But it's raining. I don't want to get out. And then they like, get out anyway. And he's like, oh, I'm a victim because now you're yelling at me like a little bitch. You know, why don't you just leave? Go out in the rain. Fuck is wrong with rain? But go ahead.
I think we're never going to attack victimhood until we realize that there is value in victimhood. The Jesse Smollett taught us that whole case.
Value?
There's value. Let me show you.
Okay.
When people pretend to be a victim, that pulls on the empathetic nature of people, the sympathetic nature of people, right?
Well,
when
let's
you
not use value, then.
When I say value, what I'm saying is that there's something to be gained, right? You
there's
even have
currency in victimhood.
There you go, right? There's
so for everybody watching, there's currency in victimhood.
Social currency, yes.
Social currency, not value. It's not justified. It's not good.
No. It's not.
Right.
No, it's not.
So let me say
this. Good.
Let me say this. People weaponize victimhood.
That's a better term.
People weaponize victimhood. And that's the problem. So go ahead. I just want to clear that up.
Because they know it's our human nature to feel sorry for someone, right?
Yeah.
You have certain politicians who ran their whole entire life on being a victim from Vietnam or World War II or something, right?
Yeah.
There is social currency in victimhood, and then what happens is we try to victim Olympics, right?
Mm-hmm.
We try to out victimize each other. Well, my people was oppressed for 400 years. My people was oppressed for 500 years.
Yep.
Well, my mama was a crackhead. Well, my daddy was a pimp. So everybody tries to have to try to garner this social currency from their victim status, because now society doesn't expect anything from you. You can behave as dysfunctional as you want. Oh, well, don't worry about him. His mom was a crackhead and his daddy was a pimp, right? Bless his heart.
Yeah.
Nobody expects you to do or become anything because when you stand before the judge, why you robbed them 7 people? Well, my mama was a crackhead and I come from a long line of slaves. And so they weaponize it.
Yes.
That's why everybody wants to paint themselves as some sort of victim. Hey, I'm homosexual. Well, I'm a minority. My mother was Irish on my daddy's side.
Yeah.
Everybody is going to try to play some form of victim because they weaponize it and they get social currency from it.
You have a point. You have a great point.
I'll land my plane right there.
Thank you for saying that. That made so much sense. So Melody, can you hear me now?
I can. Can you hear me?
Hello, how are you? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good deal. I had to figure it out. I'm a little older, so
Okay.
so I'm a grandmother of 7 kids, the oldest being 19, 5 being boys, all Black, and 2 granddaughters, right? So my oldest grandson, this thing of loyalty, that's another issue in our today's society. They don't want to snitch on their friends and their ops, quote unquote, end up being their friends again, even though they shot at each other. It's just weird stuff that I would never understand from my generation. Like you said, we just fight it out and keep it moving. So
Well, what they're doing is what Sonny is saying. That generation of your sons, they find a need to victimize themselves. So they have to have ops for them to have a gun. They have to have, you know, they have to fear for their lives so they can
No, they really are fearing for their lives because these fools will walk around with guns. I don't know where they're getting them. I don't know who's selling it to them, but they got them. But in this particular case here, with Karmelo, and you know, if this lady Faith, she says something about a psyop. Even if it was whatever a psyop, we are failing collectively.
Yes,
because we are all against each other, collectively speaking, not individually. But so even if it was a psyop, we're still failing. I wish folks would see that. And as a grandmother and from a second generation looking into this situation and seeing these teenagers nowadays, mine included, I'm concerned. And Karmelo was wrong. And just as fast as he ran his behind out from underneath that tent after he stabbed him, he could have got his ass up and ran that quick when he felt like he needed to leave. You know, there's just no, and people keep talking about it's the video is edited. No, it's not. It's the left cam. He walked out of view, and then the right cam came into view. He came into the view, so they're showing what they have. Excuse me. So all I'm saying is, and I will say that if somebody's daughter, as a single mother, is a crackhead, then yes, those children are going to suffer. I told my daughter, listen, you're not responsible for just 4 souls. You're responsible for 4 Black souls. And the color of their skin matters in this world. And if you do not set the example, you know, as a Black woman, then your Black sons are going to grow up and suffer those consequences. And my grandson, who's 19, is facing 2 pending charges right now. And it's because of the way he was raised. No matter what I say as a grandmother, nobody listens to the wise until they get older and they're ready for it. But the whole addiction part does play a factor in it. I don't really want to say it's a reason to be victimized, but man, I'm watching it. I'm watching it in real time. It's real.
The actual addiction is victimhood, like Sonny is saying. The biggest addiction to younger people is victimhood, because they can go on social media. Oh, I just lost my job, and I didn't do anything wrong. I just got demonetized from YouTube, and I didn't even go against the terms of service. I just did this. Like it's just everybody. Like no matter what happens to them, they're going to go online, and it's going to be a whole bunch of people that's going to just give them likes and views because they're a damn victim. And it's
but you got to connect the dots. So I understand what Sonny's saying, what you're saying, but at some fragile point, between that child who lost his childhood was stolen because his mother or father was an addict, somebody has to connect the dot and show them normality or what their potential life could be like.
So let me say this, Melody, and you say you have sons, so I'm glad you're here. Your
grandsons.
You're never a victim in any situation. Like I said in the video, I said if I got robbed, I'm going to call the police. I'm going to do the things that a victim would do, but I'm not going to feel like a victim. I'm going to look at this situation and say, damn, what could I have done that would have changed my situation? Say I get robbed and say I go to a ATM machine, about to go to the club, and I gotta go to the ATM machine and get some cash, right? And I go to the ATM machine and I get robbed, and it's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, right? I'm not a victim, because I could have went into a gas station, a well-lit gas station, and went to that same ATM machine and not got robbed. I went to the bank ATM machine in the darkness. You see how you're almost never a victim? Now, in certain
No,
situations,
I
you
get it.
have to be a victim. Hold
But
on, hold on,
what about the anger though?
hold on, Melody. Hold on. Being a victim causes you to be angry. Being a victim causes you to act erratically, because it's your interpretation of the situation, not you, but the person's interpretation of the situation. And this is the reason why I'm saying too many men have adopted a woman's way of interpreting things, a woman's nervous system, because y'all always feel like victims, and y'all have the right to feel like victims because y'all have the right to feel how y'all feel because y'all are women. So the thing about it is, this boy brought a knife to attract me. Victim. He said, "Don't touch me and see what happens." That's premeditation. He still want to be a victim. Just leave. And then at the same time, the whole situation happened within 2 seconds. And it was over. Because the thing about it is, are you a victim or are you a provocateur? Because somebody pushes you and nobody even punches you. Because they were saying he got beat up, he got kicked. That situation in that video was 5 seconds.
I mean, can I just point something out at this moment? There's two different times during that body cam where the police is escorting him, and Karmelo states very clearly twice, two different times clearly, I told him not to put his hands on me.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So if it was multiple people, then he would have said, I told them. He didn't say them. He said me.
You're right. You're so right. Oh, shit. That's it right there. He didn't get jumped.
No, he didn't get jumped. He would have said them. He would have said multiple. Homie said him. I told him not to put his hands on me.
He just admitted that he did it.
Yeah.
Two, he just admitted that I warned him not to put his hands on me, which means it is premeditated. And three, he said I told him not to put his hands on me. Sonny, you got anything?
Yeah, I want to go back to what the sister said about substance abuse and addiction. There's an old parable about the two twins that were raised by the alcoholic father, and one twin grew up and he became an alcoholic. And when they asked him, how come you was an alcoholic, he said, because I saw my father drink every day. The other twin never touched a drop of liquor in his life, never drank. They asked him how come he never drank. He said, because I saw my father drink every day. Right? It's never about what happens to you. It's about how you respond to it.
Yeah.
Any situation you go through in life, it's about how you respond. You can be the victim of something, and then that could inspire you to want to be a cop or a detective and go out and solve 1,000 crimes. Or it can inspire you to then yourself become a criminal. But it's not about the thing that happened to you. It's about how you chose to respond. In any black community, right? I grew up in a black community. A lot of people's parents was on substance. A lot of people's parents was in and out of jail. And guess what? Some of them went on to college, did great things. Some of them went to jail themselves. It wasn't about the parent. A lot of people grew up in nice households where they had two parents working, and guess what? They still became criminals. So it's not about we use that as an excuse a lot of times.
Yeah.
To say that, hey, I became this way because I'm a product of my environment. I'm a victim of circumstance. But in reality, you chose. You had two paths and you chose one. So the path that you are on has nothing to do with where you started from. It has everything to do with the choices that you made in your life. And that's the difference between women and men. I understand women are empathetic, they're nurturing. That's why we love them. But when children are raised in environments purely with woman logic, then they take on that mindset of, oh, I can just blame everything on this other thing.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have
what
to
women do.
I don't have to be accountable, right? You have women out here who have 5 children, 6 baby daddies, right?
Mhm.
And it's all their baby daddy's fault. None of it is their fault, right?
Yep.
Whatever happened in their life is because their baby daddy lied to them and did this and did that, and that's fine. But what happens is when you raise children in that environment, they take on that same logic. Nothing in my life is my fault. It's the
Fact.
white man. It's my daddy because he wasn't around. It's
Yep.
the gangbangers in my neighborhood. They got me to gangbanging.
Yep.
Nothing is your fault. So you just go through life making your choices, but not accepting the accountability for your choices.
And let me
And that,
and let me say this. Like you are spitting. I want to say this. I don't smoke weed, never smoke cigarettes, and I don't necessarily drink. Can you guess why I don't?
because your daddy did it.
Thank you.
Listen, my father had 14 kids. Guess how much kids I got? None. Because I saw my father ripping and running, and he was addicted to women.
See?
My father didn't drink, never drank, never smoked. But what he was addicted to was women. And women robbed him of his potential. He could have been a Fortune 500 CEO.
Yep.
My father was a business owner. He owned his own business. But he can never reach his own potential because he was just addicted to women.
Yep.
And had babies everywhere, and all his children hated him and cussed his name and all this other foolishness. And I said, nope, not for me. And when I was young enough and started having sex, I said, man, I'm wearing this rubber till the day I die. I'm not having no children. It's not happening. So I could have easily went out here and had a bunch of kids, but like, well, shit, my daddy had a bunch of kids. It's in my blood. No, right? You have to take accountability for your life. And that's where Black people lack, is taking accountability for their decisions. It's not the white man. It's not your daddy. It's not your neighborhood. It's you.
Yep. And let me say this. My mom smoked weed. And as a young boy, we never seen weed. We only heard about crack. It was a commercial that says, this is your brain on drugs. And so I thought drugs was crack because we didn't know anything else about anything else. So when my friends seen that my mom smoked weed and she used to sit there and like separate the seeds from the marijuana back in the day, right? And my friends was like, your mom is a crackhead. And I'm like, my mom was a crackhead. And I used to throw the weed out out the window and shit because I didn't want my mom to be on crack. Because I thought my mom was a crackhead because I didn't know weed wasn't crack, right? Another thing, my mom told me that she left my dad. One of the reasons why she left my dad or whatever is because he was addicted to alcohol. He drank a lot. And that's the reason why my mom did not drink, because she seen how drinking affected my father. So she didn't drink and I didn't drink because my father was assumed to be an alcoholic. My dad is around now, but I wasn't around my dad as a kid. So I'm just saying that was what she said. So I don't drink a lot because of my dad, and I don't smoke weed ever, smoke cigarettes, smoke anything because of my mom. So when we look at victimhood, we could turn around and say, well, I'm a drug addict because my mom, I am an alcoholic because of my dad, or I'm this because of that. No, this it's all a choice. Somebody can say, I'm gay because of that. No, you choose to be gay. You choose to be, whatever you choose to do is because you want it to. So the thing about it is, we have to stop as a community, white, black, Chinese, whatever, blaming other people for the way our lives turned out. I grew up in the hood. My mom used to get beat on by different dudes. I ain't never beat on no woman ever in life because my mom got beat on by different dudes. And all of that stuff did not make me a worse person. It made me a better person. And that's the reason why I'm missing let go to this day, because my mom got her ass beat by different dudes, because I grew up in the hood, because my dad drank and my dad wasn't in my life when I was a kid, because my mom smoked weed, because other kids used to make me feel like my mom was a crackhead. All of those different things made me into a better person and not a worse person. I didn't turn around and stab somebody because I felt like I'm a victim, and I didn't grow up as a victim. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just sick of this shit. Let me read these super chats real quick. But I'm just sick of this shit on how all these people try to paint themselves out to be a victim in order to justify their stupid, dysfunctional ass behavior. All right, so hold on, read that one. Shout out to Elizabeth. Just got here. The comments say video says 2016. Okay, shout out to attorney. All right, we got an attorney in the building. Under Texas Penal Code 9.31, self-defense does not apply if you provoked somebody else, including by encouraging or initiating the other person's use or attempt use of unlawful force. So what he's saying is, this is by an attorney, y'all. He is saying that you cannot turn around and say you are you're in fear of your life if you turn around and say some stupid shit like, if you hit me, I'm gonna stab you. So right here, Wake Up and Live 505, as a dad blacks, I think we need to do better parenting. We need to teach our kids to stop seeing colors in race when it's a fact that it's just good people and evil people. I totally agree. And up with BM, failed result of dying about respect culture. I don't really know what that means, but thank you for your super chat. But real quick, I just want to say this. I want to put myself on a big screen. To the men and women out there, just to make sure everybody is clear. If you turn around and say, what did he say? If you touch me and see what happens, you have put yourself in a position where you cannot say this was self-defense, because you are now the provocateur, as well as you have premeditated your next action. I'll say it again for everybody. If you are under a tent and say, touch me and see what happens, you have now taken yourselves out of victimhood, because now you are a provocateur, and now you are not in a state of self-defense anymore, because you have now provoked another person by saying, hit me, touch me again. You are provoking somebody to touch you when you say, touch me and see what happens. You're saying to touch you. So you cannot be a victim. You cannot be you cannot say you're fending for your life. You cannot say I'm doing this for survival. You cannot say none of that shit. You are now putting yourself in a position where it's premeditated, because you're setting yourself up to stab somebody. You're setting yourself up to fight somebody. You're setting yourself up to shoot somebody. If I got a gun and say, touch me and see what happens, I'm telling you that I'm going to do something to you if you touch me. That is not self-defense, you stupid, dumb idiots. All right, so I just had to say that. Go ahead.
You know, as somebody who lived in Texas, right, and I went to school in Texas, shout out Prairie View A&M. There in Texas, they have a strange law called mutual combat. If two people agree to fight, if I walk up to you and say, yo, what's up, man? Would you trying to fight? And you say, yeah, let's fight. We could do that shit in front of the police, and it's totally legal.
Yeah,
because it's mutual combat that exists in Texas, right? Okay. So if he is inviting, right, physical confrontation, then you can't turn around and then claim self-defense when you use deadly force.
Yeah.
Right. So that whole touch me and see what happens, and you are inviting mutual combat, because now you're telling him, hey man, if you touch me, I'm going to retaliate. So that's mutual combat.
Yes.
But again, I don't even like going down this rabbit hole, because one, every black person alive knows that the kid was dead wrong. It's a disingenuous argument to have. We
Yes.
all know that the kid was wrong. You wouldn't want your child doing that. No black person on the planet is telling their children to do that, right? Nor would you want that to happen to your child. It all comes back to trying to play the victim and troll white people. And you don't care about Karmelo because you use his life and his mistake to try to one up white folk.
Damn.
You use that poor black child mistake. That was a mistake that any kid could have made. I could have did that when I was 17. Right? And I thought I was a good kid. I could have did something stupid like that depending on the day and if somebody made me mad. And you use that child's sole mistake. That was our time to come together as a community and try to walk this young man through the mistake he made. Instead, we use that as an opportunity to say, nah, nanny, boo, boo. Now we finally got one of you.
Right. Oh, hold on, Sonny. I just remember what I was about to say to Melody. So sorry for cutting you off, but
go ahead.
I just remember this. One of the reasons why it's so important for me to come on here and speak against all these stupid ass people trying to paint Karmelo Anthony out as a victim is for this one particular reason. There are young boys out there that are on social media just like we are, and they are seeing a bunch of adult people saying that that boy was justified in stabbing somebody. And young boys are like, well, adults are saying that if somebody pushes me, shoves me, even jumps me or punches me, I'm justified at putting a damn knife through their heart, because adults are saying that it's justified, and they're saying Karmelo Anthony is wrongly accused, and that is self-defense. So because of that, I'm going to defend myself with a damn machete also. And I am here to let everybody, grown and young, know that those people that are saying that are stupid idiots. And if you do the same thing that Karmelo Anthony did, your ass will go to prison just like Karmelo Anthony did. And the biggest part of that is this stupid little boy just avoided a fight, stabbed somebody, and guess what? He can't avoid them fights in prison. This little boy is going to have to spend 35 years fighting somebody and stabbing people, because guess what? They got knives in jail. So he's in the perfect situation if he likes stabbing people, because if he gets with the right dude in jail, they'll give his ass a shank and they can just run around stabbing people all goddamn day, because that's what they do in jail.
And you know the saddest part about it?
Yeah.
Is he's really not a thug. He's not really living like that. So he's going to have the worst time in prison because he's not really a street kid.
Yeah.
If he was really from the trenches, he'll adjust in prison. He'll sharpen up his shank and he'll know how to move in prison. He going to be in prison paying rent and watching people draws.
Yeah.
Right? And we set that kid up for failure. And here's the ironic karma of it all. When we sit up here justifying murder, if somebody pushes you, right? These black kids on the internet, they see that. And guess what? Most black children go to school with other black children. Most black children don't go to school with white kids.
Yeah.
Most black children go to school with other black children. So now you just put a battery in their back and gave them the green light to kill at will. Whenever they feel threatened, hey, everybody on social media say it's all right for me to defend myself. So your own child is now in danger.
Yes.
See, we thinking we trolling white folk. We thinking we getting one up on white folk, and all we just did was put our own children in jeopardy.
Yep.
Because now we done told millions of young black children it's okay to do whatever you got to do to defend yourself. And now that's going to impact your child, because your child is around these nappy-headed Negroes that's going to kill your child, right? So you think you trying to one up white folk when really what all you just did was incentivize and radicalize a lot of young black children that's going to somehow turn that violence and anger towards your kids.
And on top of that, it's the white kids also that may feel racially charged to be against black kids in school. There's some white kids that might say, well, because of that, we're going to get our lick back on somebody black. See, the thing about it is, I'm trying to stay away from race, white kids, black kids, because it gets like caught up, and next thing you know, it goes back to race, even though we're trying to make it not race. You know what I'm saying? So this is what this is about. This is what this is about. It's not about race. It's about shape. Okay? It's not about race. It's about shape. You see the shape of this? If you don't learn how to fight and you turn around and try to do what Karmelo Anthony did and you go to prison, this is going to be your booty hole. This is going to be how your booty hole is going to look when they're done with you. You need to learn how to fight, or you need to learn how to de-escalate situations. Because if not, this is how your booty hole and your guts are going to look like when those convicts that actually did kill somebody for a reason get a hold of your dumb ass. So all you young boys out there, keep fighting and stop stabbing, stop shooting, fight. There's nothing wrong with fighting. Little boys fight. I'm never going to tell boys to not fight. I'm going to tell young boys to stop trying to stab people, stop trying to shoot people, because there's nothing wrong with a nice little fist fight every now and then. I think every young boy needs to get hit in the damn mouth. I got hit in the mouth, and that's the reason why I'm the man I am, because I got hit in the mouth. So me getting hit in the mouth kept me from going to prison and getting hit in the ass and have my asshole looking like this.
You know, the crazy part about it is, even if he doesn't get sexually assaulted, the crazy part about it is they know that his family got hundreds of thousands of dollars from a GoFundMe.
He's going to get extorted.
He's going to get extorted. He's going to be under hollow tip pressure every day. Because one, the Aryans going to want him. The Aryans got a hit on, got a price tag on his head, right? Mm-hmm. And some black gang going to say, hey, look, if you don't want us to hand you over to the Aryans, you got to pay like you weigh.
Yep.
This man has stepped into a world he's not even remotely ready for.
Yeah.
This boy grew up in Frisco, Texas. He's not even remotely ready for that. And black people could give a less than a damn of what we just pushed this young man into.
Yep.
Right? By playing the fool, by playing the race card, by playing the victim card, you really just made this young man's life worse than you could ever imagine. Worse than you can ever imagine. I'm telling you, as somebody who's had a lot of homies that went to jail, what's about to happen to him in jail is worse than anybody can imagine. Whatever you think it's going to be is that times 10.
Worse. Yeah.
And you just sent that young man for 35 years of that. Mm-hmm. When he could have at least did 10.
Yeah.
Been back out at 28, 29, got him a nice little honey, started him a family, and put that behind him. But because you want to say nanny boo boo to the white man, right? You want to play the victim card. Now you done banished this man to the depths of hell for the next 35 years. I hope you're happy.
I totally agree.
I hope you're happy.
I just want to jump in and say I do not justify what Karmelo did at all. I think his, like, something gotta be wrong with him to think his first option is to pull a knife, for sure. I would look at the parents, and I agree that, the ideology of, taking on the mother, it does look like the father doesn't look like he ain't about nothing. He's very quiet and timid himself.
He looks like a bitch.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it like that, but yeah. So I can see that where that came from, but I said that still isn't just like what's going on in that home where that boy thinks he can just grab a knife like that,
Right.
I don't know, you know what I mean? But I don't justify it at all. And I don't understand how there's so many people out here, and to include people who are in politics, that are saying other videos. I mean, they just don't want to accept it. They just want to continue with the narrative. And that right there is what I'm talking about, where it just pushes. It not only ruined Karmelo's life, I mean, he ruined his own life, of course, but it got worse for him because, first of all, everybody can agree that his defense attorneys sucked. They
Mhm.
just did. They did. And there's no good way to say that. But what do they really have to work with after we see what we see with the evidence, you know? And then his own damning words kind of hung himself. So
Yeah.
anyway, I don't justify it at all. I do, you know, I am a woman, so you're right. I do have empathy with regards to watching something play out that I could see. It's like watching a train come and you're telling everybody it's coming and ain't nobody listening. And then the train comes and hits everybody. And it's like, damn, I told y'all the fucking train was coming, you know, and ain't nobody want to listen. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much what I'm watching, you know, with my grandsons. There are 4 of them. So I do hold hope, and I don't lose hope in him. But there are 3 others that, you know, could, you know, very well turn out to be CIA agents or whatever, and make it a different, you know, pathway. Yeah. It's just the oldest one right now. He's out there, and he's out there because, you know, he started this mentality. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Melody,
Since he was 12 years old, I don't care.
Can I say
And it
this,
just
Melody?
runs on.
I want to say this to you and to everybody watching, not just you. If your kids feel bullied, I'm talking to Melody, but I'm also talking to everybody just watching. If your kids feel bullied, send me a DM. Or get your kid to send me a DM. Your boy, not your girl. Little boys, only, you know, your sons. If they feel bullied, send me a DM on Instagram right here. Well, right here, wherever my Instagram page is, right here. Send me a DM wherever you see my Instagram is I am _ Miss Lego. Send me a DM and give me a couple days to find your DM, and I want to just give you some advice, all right? Because I'm very good at de-escalating situations. Sonny is 6'8", and he's like 300 pounds. He's a huge dude. I can hear him, right? I was like 5'9" and like 100 and some pounds. I was skinny when I was a little boy, right? The way I survived wasn't just fighting, because I wasn't really good at fighting. I wasn't running around beating people up. I was getting my ass beat. I won some fights, but I lost more fights than I won. So I wasn't very good at fighting because I was skinny, right? And a lot of the boys that I grew up with around, they were bigger than me. Like all my best friends that grew up, everybody was bigger than me. So for whatever reason, I was smaller than everybody else. So I would lose fights. So what I would do, I would psychologically manipulate the other person, and I was able to get out of fights by just diffusing the situation with my conflict resolution skills that I learned from my mom. Because my mom, even though, you know, she had some issues with her own life, she was a very good person when it came to the conflict resolution side of life. So I grew up as a very good conflict resolution person, and I talked myself out of a lot of fights. I sold drugs and everything, and I didn't have a lot of problems because I knew how to talk to people. I knew how to get cool with this group of dudes over here where I could sell drugs on their block, where that group over there couldn't mess with me because I'm hanging out with them. So I didn't have to run around shooting and fighting and stabbing people. All that, you know, it happened every now and then, but I was protected by the people around me because I knew how to talk to people. So if you had a kid, or if you are a kid and you're watching this, send me a DM. If you feel like you're being bullied or you feel like you don't know what to do, send me a DM and you know, I'll do what I can to help you. No little girls. I don't want nobody little girl calling me, okay? Just want to say it on the record. Don't nobody little kid be DMing me. Sons only, because I don't want no problems. I don't nobody. No parents, no shit. I don't want nobody saying, Mr. Let Go said to DM him. No. Sons. Just want to say that.
I got a question for Sister Melanie. The young man, your grandson in question, where's his father?
No. Are you okay with that, Melody?
I'm sorry. I'm good.
I'm just curious.
No, you're good. No, you're good. So he's in the picture too late. He didn't get his mindset right till my grandson was 17, and by then it's too late. It's too late to be a dad. You know what I mean? So he's around for the younger one, you know, but I don't even know if that's going to help because younger one wants to be baby Spaz. You know, he wants to be the junior to his older brother. So I don't know. I don't know how to handle that. I'm the grandmother, so I can't do much but sit here and look at it.
So the grandfather, was the grandfather in the picture?
I mean, he's a 7-day Adventist, and that's what that starts and stops. Anything beyond that, he don't want nothing to do with.
Okay. I'm just curious. That's all.
Yeah, he don't have no men in his life. That's the problem. I mean, he has his uncle, but his uncle's too straight and narrow. It's like the Waltons versus the Boys in the Hood, like the two totally different households. My son and daughter.
He can DM me.
So just out of curiosity, so you said the boy's father didn't want to be in his life till he was 17. Where was the dad for all those years?
And like maybe 10, 12 miles away.
So he was local, but he just wasn't involved.
You're right.
And
right.
and do they? She had 2 children from this man?
She got 2 by him and 2 by another.
Okay, but she has 2 from him.
Yeah.
So regardless of whatever type of father he was, she still had another child from him.
She sure did. 7 years later.
Oh, 7 years. So 7 years apart.
Yeah, 7 years apart.
So she had 1 child from him. He was inactive, not being a great father, and then she had another child from him.
Well, no. They was together they were together for 7 years, but there was a lot of toxic stuff.
Wait. I don't want to make this conversation personal because I don't want it to be about Melody or her kids or whatever. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I want to stick to the conversation or whatever because this is personal. I don't want to go there because I don't want anybody in the chat to start getting mad at Melody for whatever.
No.
Thank you.
No reason to get mad at her.
So anyway, Karmelo is dead ass wrong, and I wish people would understand it and come together collectively, and let's start finding solutions instead of trying to divide. Because even like that lady said, Faith, even though she feels very unheard, I just want her to know she is heard. Because even if it is a psyop, we still fail collectively, and we need to understand that as a people, as a collective, everybody.
So look, I want to play a commercial first. I forgot to play my commercial. I was so charged into this conversation. One, and I want to play some of these videos that I have. Y'all are welcome to hang out, but I want to play some of these videos. That's cool.
Do your thing, man.
All right,
I'm
cool.
out. Thank you. God bless. I'm gonna be in chat watching.
Okay. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
So I'm gonna play a commercial, and then I'm gonna play some of these videos that are very important for a lot of people to see. So commercial and then the other videos.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions. Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
All right, so let's get to these videos.
Body camera footage, surveillance, 911 calls, crime scene photos, and images of the knife and bloody clothing.
Hold on,
the evidence was released after Anthony was convicted in the killing of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school.
All right, here we go. Okay. All right, here we go.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
In the latest released evidence, Karmelo Anthony admitted his role in the crime, while he is also to be facing prison justice. New court materials include body camera footage, surveillance video, 911 calls, crime scene photos.
And everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Make sure to hit the like button if you are here. And thank you for being here.
And images of the knife and bloody clothing. The evidence was released after Anthony was convicted in the killing of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet in Texas. In one body camera clip, Anthony can reportedly be heard telling officers, "I did it." He also said he put his hands on me as he appeared emotional while being detained.
He also said, "I'm a bitch."
The comments have become a major part of the public discussion because they show both his admission and his claim that the fight started with physical contact. Reports say the stabbing happened after a confrontation under a team tent. Anthony's lawyers argued that he acted in self-defense.
Not the footage of them walking up. And I think that's Karmelo and down.
Or streaming was questioned by journalists, even the public.
Dispatch 443, everybody can slow down.
And I want to say thank you to the 14 people that have bought my mother-daughter card games. I am so thank you so much. I'm grateful for that. And I am coming out with an app that will help young boys also. So I'm going to come out with other card games, but they're going to be on the app. Okay. So yes, it's going to be a father-son card game, mother-son card game, all the iterations of card games. Yes, I'm going to have those card games. All right. But in the meantime, get your mother-daughter card game. And to the people who bought, thank you so much. I appreciate you. But get your card games. The link is in the chat, and the link is also under this video.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
He said he put his hands on me right there. He said he put his hands on me, not they put their hands on me.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
He said, I told him. So for all the little gay ass victims out there saying he was jumped.
Dispatch 443, everybody can slow down.
He put his hands on me.
He put his hands on me.
I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
I told him to put his hands on me. It was one person that put their hands on him and not a group. 2, he warned him, which means it was premeditated. And if he put his hands on me, I'm going to stab you. That is premeditated murder.
So he's crying now and saying he put his hands on me.
They got staff standing to him right now.
But let's get into the judge and what he says here.
The decision to not allow cameras or streaming was questioned by journalists, even the public. The fight for limited public seats turned into lines as early as 2 a.m.
Yes, it was an easy decision, and I'll tell you why. My primary goal in any case is to make sure that the defendant and the prosecution gets a fair trial.
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
Period.
We asked Judge Roach if not having cameras fed speculation and the many social media narratives.
I had to do a balance between the media's right to know and to be able to report what's going on, because I think that's extraordinarily important. I think it's important that the general public had access to the courtroom and to see what was going on.
One of those narratives was that the judge knew the Metcalf family intimately.
Do you have a personal relationship with the Metcalfs?
I wouldn't know Mr. Metcalf prior to this trial if he walked up to me and said hello.
Ultimately, the jury got it right. Ultimately, there are a lot of liars out there. Ultimately, there are a lot of people who are willing to believe the lies. They wanted to believe the lies. And here we are.
911, what is the location of the emergency?
We're at Tackendall Stadium. My friend just got stabbed.
Okay, do you know who stabbed him?
We have no clue. He was sitting in our tent, but you need to send an ambulance right now.
They're on the way, okay? Give me a description of the person that stabbed him.
He was wearing a gray essentials hoodie. He was black. He's standing out on the track right now.
He's on the track?
Yeah.
Okay.
His blue sweatpants on and John.
Okay, what did he stab your friend with?
I don't know. My friend's bleeding everywhere.
Okay. Where was he stabbed at?
All right, so they don't say too much more. Let me fast forward a little bit.
And they're currently treating the victim. Again, he's on the north end of the stadium.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
That's the alleged suspect.
Okay. No, I'm not. I know how it goes. I'm not alleged. I did.
Okay. Watch your head. All right, see a little bit of blood on your hands there, okay? All right.
402, I'm on scene.
So your first name is Karmelo?
The defense rested after calling 6 witnesses and ultimately decided not to call up Karmelo Anthony to the stand to testify in his own murder trial.
Austin Metcalf's murder video has been released. I can't really show you the actual stab wound on TikTok, but I can on other social media. And people need to see this because they need to understand in some way what this is. When you watch videos on your phone, you start to lose grip of how real crime is, how real politics is, how these things impact you and your safety and your future in this country. We see the state exhibits. We see Karmelo Anthony's knife. People claimed it was a multi-tool. It was a cleat sharpening device. One very low IQ representative said it's not even a deadly weapon. Well, if someone was to take that same knife and stab...
Whoa. Wait, go a little farther because he's talking crazy.
No, 30-second fight. Karmelo just stabs him and then starts running frantically. And then when he's caught by police, he says, I'm not alleged. I did it. And yet they're making websites claiming that Karmelo Anthony is a hero. They're making posts on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok claiming that, well, Austin Metcalf's dead. Let's do the Austin Metcalf challenge. Let's dance around and pretend to stab ourselves. This stupid fucking white boy got what he deserved. Now,
do y'all see this? Do y'all see this shit? This whole thing is turning into a race war. There's a dance. I forgot the name of the dance, and I don't want to say what the name of the dance is, even if I remember, because at the end of the day, I don't want y'all looking up this stupid shit. But yes, there's a dance.
Websites claiming that Karmelo Anthony is a hero. They're making on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok claiming that, well, Austin Metcalf's dead. Let's challenge. Let's dance around and pretend to stab ourselves. This stupid fucking white boy got what he deserved. Now Austin Metcalf is maggot food. That white boy is dead. Karmelo's still drawing breath. Karmelo's going to be out in 17 years and Austin Metcalf will still be dead.
Austin, get up. Please, Austin, get up. Austin, can you get up?
You can see the...
And these are black people. But black people always want to be victims and shit, right? This shit is disgusting, man. I'm sick of this shit.
The impact on his real friends, on his real family. You can see the witness statements and testimony. You can see all of the exhibits presented.
What are you talking about?
When a black
matter in Collin, go to jail.
People need to carry weapons, more than a pocket knife, and kill people before they can get to you. These people don't care about accountability. They don't care about the law. They just want to kill white people.
He was not an aggressor. Karmelo was not an aggressor. He was minding his damn business.
And let me say this to the women. I can't stand when y'all go out and protest. I'm just gonna be real. I don't want to see no women, no damn where protesting about shit. I'm sick of y'all protesting. I'm not sick of y'all, period. I'm sick of y'all protesting. Because y'all are just in the damn way. Y'all are just in the freaking way. Y'all need to just go home. Ain't nobody asked y'all to protest for us. Go sit down some damn where. I hate it when I see women out protesting. I want to see men protesting, not women. Because y'all don't know what the hell y'all doing. Y'all just catastrophize, victimize every damn body, and make everybody into the damn victim, crying about stupid shit. Like just go home. Listen to this. So with that being said, listen to this stupid, idiotic shit that women love to do when a camera is put on them.
We have to care anymore. Why are we even here?
Why are we even here? A black boy kills somebody and is, why are we even here? It's just so fucking stupid, man.
To be honest, why are we here?
What does that even mean?
What are we here for? Because if we take up for ourselves, we go to jail.
No, if you take up for yourself and the person is still alive, you don't go to jail. She says if we take up for ourselves, we go to jail. No, if you stab somebody, you go to jail. You idiot. Like it's just dumb. But this is what I'm saying when I say modern men, white and black, have adopted the nervous system of women. Because women think like this. Women have this stupid ass way of thinking, oh, I don't have any other choice but to stab somebody. It's stupid. And like my man said earlier, when women do stab people, they don't go to jail because they're women. So women can think like this. Women can say stupid shit about like this to other women or about other women, but not about men. We are not victims like y'all are. This shit is so gay. We need men out here advocating for men, not women. Women, take your goofy asses home trying to protest for men. Wait for a woman to get unalived and go protest for her. Shit. Y'all are making it sound, you're making us sound like women. We're not women. We can protect ourselves. We can protest for ourselves. We do not need women protesting for us. You make us look stupid.
If we don't, we die. So it's
if we don't, we die. They are the one that died, dummy. They died. The aggressor is dead. And all the aggressor had to do, well, the person stabbed somebody and the other person was an aggressor. But you fight with your hands. You fight with your hands. You don't stab no damn body. So all these goofy ass women out here making black men out to be women. This shit is gay.
catch 22 in this situation.
It's not a catch 22. Just don't stab nobody, you stupid idiot. Just don't stab nobody. It's that simple. Stop stabbing people.
What do you want us to do?
Stop stabbing people. Stop stabbing people.
What do you want us to do?
Stop stabbing people. You stupid idiot.
This boy. What? I'm lost for words. I don't know what to do. I got 5 boys.
Oh. She got 5 boys. All of them probably bitches. All of them probably gay. All of them probably run around stabbing people. And it's parents like this that need to have their boys taken away from them. Where's their goddamn father? Where is their father? That's why women like this who victimize and justify stupid, idiotic behavior is the reason why young boys are running around shooting and stabbing people. Stupid ass women like this, victimizing their sons, victimizing men, and then justifying men murdering people. I bet her sons are gay. I bet they're gay.
I don't know what. I ain't got nothing to tell them no more. You can.
Don't tell them nothing. You stay quiet. You don't need to tell them nothing.
They walk away no more.
What this process did is shown that black lives do not matter in Collin County.
You keep, and here's a gay dude talking about black lives do not matter. Did somebody lose a black life in that county? Or did a white person lose their life? You see how gay these men are? A white person loses their life and he jumps up and says, black lives don't matter. When a white person lost their life. Black lives don't matter when a white person dies? What are we doing here? I need to just get off the internet because these people are so damn stupid. They're so stupid.
Saying that black lives don't matter, but no black lives were lost here. A 17-year-old
exactly
white person was killed. So what are you talking about?
When a black person try to use those same basic rights and laws, then
basic rights and laws stab the hell out of somebody,
and we're not afforded those things. We're doing those things unjustifiably.
What I know I learned today is I have to go tell my 21-year-old son. I have to continue to tell my son that was with me and witnessed it.
Tell him what? Go stab somebody? You gonna go tell your son stab somebody? What are you gonna tell your 21-year-old son? And he's grown. You don't have to tell your 21-year-old son a damn thing. He's a grown man, idiot. Somebody I gotta go home. Why is your 21-year-old son still living with you? Is he a bum? Guess what I was doing when I was 27? Married with a whole family? You stupid idiot.
You do not have rights to self-defense.
If you have a son and you're a woman, please send your son to their daddy. White, black, purple, green. If you are raising a son and you're a woman, please just pick up the phone right now and just say, hey, come get him. Come get him. Ladies, please, please, please. Ladies, please send your sons to their fathers. Your sons are in danger under your roof. Your sons are in danger, in grave danger, being under your roofs, ladies. If you have a son and you're a woman, please just call up their daddy and say, come get your son. Please. Your son is in grave danger being under your roof. And there's no man there. It is so sad. It's so sad.
Your life does not matter in 2026.
Many people are really confusing what self-defense really is. A big part of self-defense is called proportionality. Just because someone touches your shoulder or does anything like that after you told them, don't touch me, and they touch your shoulder, it doesn't mean that you get to do anything you want to them.
And who doesn't know this? Oh, the women that I was just talking about because they're stupid and they have sons. So most likely their sons are stupid too.
It has to be proportional. If someone touches your shoulder or pushes your shoulder after you tell them not to touch you and they do that, what's proportional? Right, it's either push their shoulder or even better, what? Just walk away.
Right. Just walk away or push them back or punch them in the face. What is the point of pulling out a knife? It's gay. Do y'all know it's gay to stab somebody? Put a one in the chat if you're aware that it's gay to stab somebody. Who be stabbing people? It's gay to stab people. Did y'all know that? It's gay to stab people? Some people might not know that. It's gay to stab people. So if you ever stab somebody, you're gay.
Because it wasn't Karmelo's tent or area to begin with.
What is self-defense? Is self-defense not somebody touching you?
Shut your dumb ass up! You stupid idiot!
That you don't want touching you and you defending yourself?
That you can't stab somebody because they put their hands on you. You got to use equal force with equal force or it's going to be considered overkill.
You know damn well Karmelo did not try to kill your son. You want to defend yourself.
I've heard so many variations of how hard Austin pushed him during the altercation, and none so far have warranted a knife to the chest. Just got to be honest.
Now let's do another hypothetical here. Things are getting heated in the tent, and Austin says, leave now, leave now. I'm not going to leave, Karmelo says, and Austin goes and punches him in the face. Is Karmelo allowed at that point to go and use lethal force?
Absolutely not. He's allowed to punch him back in the face like a man. That's what men do. We punch each other in the face.
Two young men in a regular fist fight should not escalate to murder. Young men, unfortunately, get into fist fights all the time, especially with their raging testosterone. And those fist fights don't really ever end in murder. They usually just end in a black eye or a bloody nose. And in that hypothetical situation, if Karmelo was socked in the face, yeah, Karmelo may come back with his own punches at Austin, but there's no reason why a typical young male fist fight should result in using lethal force. Now,
yo, Pride of Freedom said, a man stabbing another man is technically a man penetrating another man, and that is why it's gay. I didn't know y'all was going to pick up on it. This is the reason why if you stab another person, you are gay, because you just penetrated that person. And if you are a man and you penetrate another man, you are gay. Thank you for saying that. I didn't think y'all was going to catch it. So you stab somebody and they're the same sex, you're gay. because you just penetrated them. And that makes you gay. Okay? So if you penetrate another man and you're a man, you're gay. Stabbing people is gay.
On this hypothetical.
Yeah, Anthony, Karmelo Anthony is gay, and he's going to be more gay when he goes to prison. See, he's like, he penetrated, he penetrated a man, but now a man is going to penetrate him when he goes to prison. So penetrate and then get penetrated. You want to poke somebody, you about to get poked.
Situation, Austin is kicking Karmelo's ass and just beating him, and Karmelo feels like he's losing the fist fight. Should Karmelo pull out his knife and use lethal force? No, of course not. What typically happens in a young male fist fight? Not saying I condone that, just typically what would happen. And even if Karmelo's on the ground with his pride at stake and all the girls are laughing at him that he got beat up by Austin, doesn't mean that Karmelo can come at Austin with lethal force.
All right, so somebody said they want to hear the Scooby-Doo song. Thank you for saying that, because I haven't heard the Scooby-Doo song in a while myself. So I'm going to play it right now. So I'm going to play a commercial and I'm going to play the Scooby-Doo song. So if you want to play you want to hear the Scooby-Doo song and to hit the like button song, hang out after this commercial. I'm playing both songs. All right.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions. Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
All right, give me a second. All right, first song, I'm gonna play Scooby-Doo song first.
Scooby-Doo,
go! Let's go!
Yeah. Scooby-Doo, looking for the clues. Hit the like button if you part of the group. Scooby-Doo, looking for the clues. Hit the like button if you part of the group. Yeah, black or white, red or blue. We all stuck together like gorilla super glue. Yo, Scooby-Doo, looking for the hit the like button if you part of the crew. Hit the like button, and tell me where you from. Hit the like button, and tell me where you from. Hit the like button, and tell me where you from. Hit the like button, hit the like button, and tell me where you from. Hit the like button, and tell me where you from. Hit the like button, and tell me where you from. Hit the like button if you part of the crew. Scooby-Doo, looking for the clues. Hit the like button if you part of the crew. Yo, black or white, red or blue. Yo, we all stuck together like gorilla super glue. Oh.
If you had one wish involving us, what would it be?
That we got along better.
Okay.
The day that you told me, like, I was so happy for you, my mindset toward you completely changed. I think after you had her, you realized like how hard it is to be a mom, and like when you look back at things that maybe like made you mad at me, you realize like, okay, well that is hard.
I just bought this mother-daughter card game because I came to the realization that my issues with my mom are not resolved, so I decided to do something about it. I just played this card game with my mom and we both literally broke down crying. Here's the card game right here. Buy it. Every woman needs this. You won't regret it.
Everybody hit the like button. 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 If you got something to say, drop it in the comments. Don't be acting check.
And I just put this together. So this is for Karmelo Anthony. So Karmelo Anthony, if you can see this, because some of y'all have pads in jail, this is for you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Because you're gay. Because you penetrated another man with a knife. You're gay. And anybody out there, if your son stabs somebody, your son is gay too, just like Karmelo Anthony. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good rest of your day.